last week, I did a video on this Taito Super Pocket. And yeah, it's a really cool handheld. I did just talk about some of the games, including Puzzle Bobble, which I actually found out that was actually originally from the game. At first I thought it was from Ed's World, the episode 25 Feet Under a Seat. I just forgot it was there until recently. Now anyway, now here's the real star of this part. Try out an Evercade cartridge. I actually chose the Home Computer's Heroes Collection. It actually has 7 games. Planet X2, Attack of the Petsky Robots. Yes, that's how it's pronounced. Petsky, not Pesky. You know, funny story actually. When I actually pronounced the name to my mom, she actually pronounced it as Pesky Robots. And I yelled at her with exaggeration, Petsky Robots. Yeah. We have Farm Sim 64 edition. Sort of Ayana said Remonstrator takes her strike. Yeah, anyway, you know how an Evercade cartridge is. We have a white cartridge. Oh man, I just like the white coloring. Now we have labels on the front, compared to game cartridge label on the back, which says this side out. But we at least can see what game you're playing. Now in here is a manual. Remember games come with these cool manuals? Oh wait, apparently this was actually done by Giant Sourdough themselves, who was known for the Farm Simulator games. It honestly makes sense, as this game came with a Steam code for Farm Simulator. Not shown by the way, because if I did, well, people will still go to it. Else give him comic restore Alana. Now anyway, we'll take this dummy cartridge out. Yes, that's just a dummy, for obvious reasons. And let's plug this thing in. Now I have played this thing before, so here goes nothing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oops. I'm just gonna throw it in. Now the real reason why I want to play with this is play some of those games by the 8-bit guy. One of my favorite videos to watch. Let's play with Petsky Robots. This is the Amiga version, believe it or not. For those who don't know what the Amiga is, well, today it's a 60-bit computer by Commodore. It's primarily known for its graphics, believe it or not. That's got other developers like Psygnosis and Bullfrog, believe it or not. Oh, and DMA Design, who later created Grand Theft Auto. Anyway, this is the reason I played Attack of the Petsky Robots. Now, I like down here that you can I actually did create a suspend point or a save slot for it, so I can return it back at any time. But now let's start a game. Because it was originally on computer, you can actually press the select button with virtual keyboard. Apparently, let's see what we have here. Alright. Now, you actually had to press the A button to aim, to shoot direction, rather than use a button. It's kind of like how Berserk does it, believe it or not. Alright. In the bathroom. Now, let's demonstrate the loading. And yeah, this is what I'm in so far. Yeah. Now, if you can just check controls. Now, you cannot remap them. That's a shame, though. Yeah, I could play this game all day. But, let's save. Now, it will actually make a lot of sense, as the saves are actually on the cartridge rather than on the system, which means you can play them on the Evercade. Let's try another game. Sword of Ayana. MSX? Oh, that was originally from the MSX. Apparently, I should bring this up. The MSX was actually co-produced with both Microsoft and ASCII Corporation and licensed to various companies. One of them being Sony. Yes, the company who produced my Sony CB1F that I'm using to record this camera, as well as the PlayStation line of computer systems. Until that head came and ruined everything, which means you trace Sony's PlayStation all the way back to the MSX. Man, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh wait, I just realized. Sony also worked on a 3.5-inch disc format, believe it or not. Anyway, let's continue on. Check controls. Ah, yes. It's important to check controls first. You press select when running a virtual keyboard. Yeah. Yeah, playing a game like this is actually kind of difficult. Yeah. Well, anyway, guess that's it. And for this nifty gadget. So, what's my verdict on this thing? For the record, it is a very interesting novelty, to say the least. Having 18 built-in games is a bit of a cool necessity. And a thing that sold for $60, you're getting a lot. That's a lot of value. Do the math. That's nearly $3 per game, believe it or not. Plus, given the fact you could play physical game cartridges via Evercade, it's all fun games. Now, like I mentioned in part 1, or didn't I? I just seem to forget. There's the Taito and Capcom edition. Now, for all intents and purposes, the Capcom edition is just an Evercade EXP without the HDMI, Tate mode, and other trinkets. Whereas this is never seen on an Evercade before. Unless if they make a Taito collection for a set system. Anyway, before we end, let's do some channel announcements. The first, and perhaps the most obvious one, as you saw in the beginning, and plus that's the upload I did, is that I got myself a new intro. Yeah, time to say goodbye to that RGB slideshow fading thing, and hello, a new animated intro. I actually animated, in case obvious, I animated Blender, and rendered them as with a transparent background. So that way I can layer on top of an skybox I did animated in MMD. And by animated, I meant the skybox I was animated without any morphs or whatnot. So that way I can combine them into Blender's video editor. And that's how I got the intro. In addition to that, I also made an end screen, which you might saw at the end of the video. So yeah, new year, new rebrand. Ever since I made my logo, I might consider making a new intro for that. Now anyway, time for About Series. You might remember the next 2 episodes eventually are going to be animated in MD. Well, for the facing camera scenes to be exact. And I'll tell you which ones to talk about. Episode 22 will be about episode TV shows that actually debuted on DVD. Yeah, I'm trying to do a little more variety and stuff, but come on, trying to get all tech is expensive, so trying a little more variety could save some trouble and money. Anyway, 2 shows that were present in the V-Smile episode, no surprise since that's the episode you guys might recognize Vinchik for, will make an appearance. And I have them in my pocket right now. And I'm going to show you which one I'm talking about. Here is hint number 1. And finally, here's hint number 2. So yeah, those are the 2 shows that are going to be featured in the next episode of Vintage Tech. Now, the episode after that is going to be about the Atari Jaguar, which you let me know is for its infamous "Do the Math" slogan. It's probably known as the first ever 64-bit gaming system. Even though it failed, it ironically caused an influence, believe it or not. Now, what about MMD stuff? In case obvious, I will still be working on some MMD animations. In fact, I might be working on a lengthy one. For real this time, as my previous 2 attempts were abandoned ever since. And this one's going to be a bit more involved, as I will write the script down. And I'm going to do it in a way how most people do those animated sprite series does. Now, I'll still be working on some comedic animations. And some Mario Kart model packs, as well as some models of my OCs. However, might be considering I strict rules for the latter now, because, well, that incident that happened with that one guy who broke several rules of the community. No surprise, since I bet he didn't even bother reading the rules. So I'm going to put strict rules on them from time to time. On a related note, though, I will maybe update the models in Void to have a proper skin mask. Because if they don't, it will be already obvious that they've already there. Now, what am I for Season 6? Well, I'll begin writing a script for that sometime later. Now for sets, well, I'm going to need a cardboard box, some construction paper for the backgrounds, and some other things. Well, but here is one thing that I need to address. The size of Pirate. Look how wide he is. Compared to my Hippo, Pirate's actually very long. And yeah, I need to figure out a way to make the sets to compensate for his size. Anyway, guess that's it for the updates. I'll see you later, guys!